Just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Zeller setting the pick for Bradley. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Bradley's got his second bucket.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Now we'll go to DB, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
He said Chris Paul is a major concern for them because of his ability to lead a team. He said it all starts with Paul because once he gets going and gets everyone involved, the whole team becomes a well-oiled machine. That is something we're definitely worried about.
All right, Doris, thanks. Here is Bass. The Clippers getting the bucket. Bass with a screen for Smart. And Paul over to help. Smart kicks to Bradley. On the wing, Turner. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Clippers leading by 5. Here's Paul. Misses in close.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
You know, a lot of people thought and assumed that when the Celtics traded Pierce and KG, they just took salary in return. But, you know, the guys they got proved to be valuable mentors for the youngsters on that team.
Shot by Zeller, no good. Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Barnes can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 5. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Smart passes to Turner. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. When you trade away stars, guys, and start a rebuilding process, it can't be understated enough that you need to have a few vets to help the process.
Yeah, I think you look at how some players played last year and their games grew. Definitely helped to have a vet or two around just to kind of help the development process.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Olynyk, he's checked in for Zeller. Sullinger comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Bradley. Here's Turner following the basket by Chris Paul. Turner dishes to Smart. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Then for the Celtics, Jerebko comes in for Evan Turner. And it's Crowder in for Smart. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Clippers leading by 7. And here's Turkoglu for 3. Jared Sullinger pulls it in. The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Pass to Jerebko to end the drought. Here's Sullinger. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Boston shooting their first free throw of the game here. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Well, Jared Sullinger slipped in the 2012 draft over concerns about his back. He ended up missing the latter half of that rookie season when he had to have back surgery. Despite his health issues, when he's been on the court, he's shown a lot of promise.
Celtics trail by 6. Sullinger, a screen on Rivers. Rivers against Thomas. Blocked. On, here we go. Crawford all alone.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys. Yep, right to the rack.
Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Thomas passes to Jerebko. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Back to Thomas. Here's Jerebko. Guarded by Hawes. It's off his foot. And it's whistled a kick. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Clippers leading by 8. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And here's Rivers. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. From beyond the arc, and that one's good. Rivers has got 5.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score, playing well here, Steve.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. We got your red card. Isaiah Thomas out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Evan Turner, and it's Sullinger in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Thomas goes in. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And with the defense playing that well, the double clutch was the only way he was going to get that ball off.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Doc Rivers trying to help this Clippers team to the mountaintop. And Chris Paul said, I've never had a coach that wants to win as bad as I do, until Rivers. Rivers said, I'm just here to try to win. I always tell our players there's no guarantee to it. You have to be willing to get your hearts broken. Gentlemen.
He's getting him to lay it all on the line. Doris, thank you.
When you take the crown in the Pacific Division, you have to make sure you fare well against the Eastern Conference, and the Clippers did just that last season.
Here's Barnes. Rebound, Boston. And Thomas, here we go. Jerebko. The Clippers grab the miss. Griffin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, the Clippers did well against the East, as you said. 21-9 record for them last year, and a lot of those games were shorthanded as well.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. That's what's impressive to me, Clark, about the Clippers. A lot of teams out west took down the East, but the Clippers never seemed to get healthy until late.
Yeah, it seemed like it was the last week of the season or so before they had a roster that was fully healthy.
So both teams making some changes here. Crawford with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Davis has got the ball. And the basket by Turkoglu.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Zeller. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thank you, Doris.
Avery Bradley out of Texas, one of the elite perimeter defenders in the NBA. A guy who can really give you nightmares bringing the ball up the floor. 6'2", but with long arms, and he can defend both guard positions. Really pressures the ball well.
And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that. But just based on that, you'd think the rebounding gap would be huge. They have to box out better than that. And that putback is just another example of the difference between these two teams today.
Now a timeout called by Boston. For the Clippers. Celtics trail by 20. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Feeds to Bass. Pass to Smart. 5 to shoot. Boston, no good that time either. Here's Los Angeles now. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Boston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Bass with a screen for Smart. Bradley kicks to Turner. Can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. It's stolen by Bradley. On the wing, Turner. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Smart with the ball. He feeds it to Bradley. Boston, no good that time either. Steve, Boston last year was a team looking to rebuild, but their offense was just horrid at the time.
Yeah, near the bottom in scoring as well as shooting efficiency. They lost a lot of games because of those offensive struggles.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And before this last season, Boston had never been an explosive offensive team, but the defense had been what carried that team and allowed them to still succeed, although they weren't that powerful offensively.
Both teams will make substitutions. Now here's Smart. He's covered closely. And Turner kicks to Bass. And he makes good on his first shot of the game.
Well, you only really notice a bad offense when it isn't concealed by a great defense. The Celtics look to address their scoring problems this offseason, so we'll see how those plans play out here this year.
Well, Jamal Crawford has proven that no matter what role he plays, just call him buckets. He can flat out put the ball in the basket. You got to give him a lot of credit, though. He does change his game quite a bit depending on if he's coming off the bench or starting. I think that speaks to his IQ.
And as you said with Jamal, a lot of players can't really make that change between being a starter or a sub, but he does it so smoothly in such short time. It really adds a lot of utility to this team.
Redick for three. That is good. Redick's got 5 points so far.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Bradley sets the pick for Smart. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Well, Crawford described it perfectly, Clark, when he said as a sixth man you have to come in and force yourself into the game. As a starter, the pressure isn't there as much as you can go with the flow.
Yeah, players like him can often do one or the other. Come in firing off the bench or let the game come to you. But rarely can they assess what the team needs like Crawford does and adjust on the fly so smoothly.
And it's Turner off the drive. Evan Turner to start last season, a feature offensive player, Steve, for the rebuilding 76ers.
Oh, yeah, Andre Iguodala and Drew Holiday traded away in consecutive seasons. So Turner's numbers went up with the team struggling, but he didn't seem very happy about the roster changes because, boy, they were losing night in and night out.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for Boston. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Avery Bradley. Boston shooting a ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. All alone. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And Turner traded from the Sixers to the Pacers at the deadline. That was a change not only in role, but also in record. Going from one of the league's worst teams to one of its best. And from a starting role to one as a reserve. Not the easiest of adjustments, but I thought Turner handled himself well.
No good from outside. Crawford, no one around him. Cans the shot from the wing. Crawford's got 6. Here's Thomas. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Clippers on top, opening up a huge gap. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Blake Griffin, and obviously a high-scoring half for you guys on this one, Blake. What was the key to breaking it open?
It starts on defense. Our defense did a good job of getting stops, getting rebounds, getting out in the open floor, and got some easy buckets, and then shots start to fall.
Blake, thank you. Kevin, a complete culture change with this organization.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.